Our Love is Blind's Kwame Chelsea still together now? Love is Blind Season 4 spoilers follow. Kwame has been giving main character energy ever since Love is Blind kicked off its 4th season, fast becoming one of the favorites. He made 2 strong emotional connections in the first stage of the dating process. Sound familiar? Zack, but after Micah decided to join Paul outside of the pods, he continued getting to know Chelsea and ultimately decided that she was the one for him. Their chemistry appeared to be instant once they finally got to meet one another in person. And Kwame got down on one knee and asked Chelsea to marry him, as is the name of the game. The pair were met with their first challenge during their honeymoon in Mexico, when a pool party saw Kwame crossing paths with Micah for the first time outside of the pods. He'd already pre-warned Chelsea that he would want to have a conversation with her for some closure. But the length of time that they spent together at the gathering left Chelsea upset. The whole thing was fairly awkward to watch, as Micah's drinks toast mentioned a failed proposal, a joke directed at Kwame, who had once told Micah that he had wanted to propose to her early in the pods. He was upset by the comment, and his conversation with Micah to discuss how he felt in that moment is what ended up taking up quite a lot of space at the party. Chelsea and Kwame were able to address and resolve the issue fairly quickly the following day, with Kwame reassuring his fiancée that he was committed to her. The whole experience appeared to make them stronger, and the potential for love triangle drama largely evaporated from that moment on. That being said, Kwame did make reference to Micah holding a special place in his heart despite the fact they'd become engaged to other people. In an interview before Season 4 started streaming on Netflix, he offered further context for his words on the show. "When I went past the pods with Chelsea, I was just like, okay, this is almost a reflex for us, the way we interact, the way we understand each other." He told Us Weekly, "I just don't believe that would have ever been the case with Micah. And I can respect that. I think we had a great relationship in the pods, and that's what I meant. She has a special place in my heart. But I knew deep down in my soul that there was just no possibility of us going past that and having anything that was actually of value to us as human beings, as people who are in love. Like, we had a great time in the pods. It was great to move on from there. After the honeymoon scenes, it was back to reality for Chelsea and Kwame, moving in with one another and seeing how their lives might fit together should they decide to get married. Due to working arrangements, it was left to Kwame to consider whether he'd be happy to move. And he was open with Chelsea about the feeling that he'd be somewhat compromising. Another hurdle for the couple was presented to them when Kwame told his mother about his plans to marry Chelsea. He shared how close he had always been to her, and was upset not to have been able to get her blessing for his choice to take part in the experiment. Chelsea also struggled with the situation because she had not been able to meet or even talk to Kwame's mother in the run-up to the wedding. She seemed concerned that Kwame might not feel he could make that final commitment of saying yes to her at the altar without the support of his mother, with Kwame's final decision still left lingering in the air, and the contestants being very careful not to give away spoilers and current relationship statuses on social media. All that's left is for viewers to wait for the finale episode, releasing the 14th of April, and the Love is Blind reunion show, the 16th of April, to find out what happened next between Kwame and Chelsea. Love is Blind Season 4 is available on Netflix.